Welcome to Sam's Film Review!
Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video, and if you don't know, I'm a big autograph collector and I do love going to the theatre, watching shows and meeting the celebrities, getting photos and an autograph. I do have a big collection of signed theatre programmes from going to the shows and then getting them signed at the stage door. So today's video is going to be me showing you my signed theatre programme collection. I do keep all my programmes in comic book sleeves and boards to keep them straight and protected. My first signed programme is actually from the good old days at Leeds City Varieties. It's not actually a really high quality programme. It looks like it's just been printed on it looks like it's just been printed on regular A4 paper. At least it is coloured, but it looks like it's been made by the City Varieties. It looks like it's been made by the City Varieties themselves. And I'm showing you this because at the good old days when I went to see it, there was actually a special performance by Benidorm's Sherry Hewson. So I'll show you that there. Sherry was really nice to me and she did sign quite a bit for me, but I did also ask her to sign this programme. I will put my photo with Sherry here. Sherry is also known for being in Benidorm and Loose Women, as well as a lot more. I will try to go through these a bit quicker as I've got quite a few, and it will actually it will take hours to go in depth at everyone, so I'll just show what show it's from and then a few notable people who've been in the cast. The next signed programme is actually Beautiful, the Carole King musical, which I saw at the Bradford Alhambra Theatre. It was one of the last shows I saw in March before lockdown this year, and I'm showing you this one because Beautiful, the Carole King musical actually starred Daisy Wood Davis from Hollyoaks. And I did get Daisy Wood Davis's autograph, personalised right here. The next signed programme is actually The Full Monty. This was actually, I went to the very last performance ever of the UK tour of The Full Monty at the Sheffield Lyceum Theatre on the 18th of May 2019. Nearly a year ago, over a year ago now. And this was actually signed by Andrew Dunn, Louis Emmerich, Joe Gill and Kai Owen. Andrew Dunn, I've met him loads of times now, and you will be seeing him again later in this video. Andrew, Louis, Joe Gill from Emmerdale, and Kai Owen, who was from Torchwood and Hollyoaks. I also met James Redmond, but he didn't sign the programme because I got the programme during the show and I met James before the show. I did get to see Gary Lucy in the show, but I didn't get to meet him as he didn't use the stage door before the show and I didn't see him anywhere after the show. The next two are both from the same show. I do have a few programmes from this show, but these two are both the exact same programme of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at the Leeds Grand Theatre. Joseph actually ran in Leeds from the 4th to the 15th of June. I enjoyed the show so much I actually went to see it twice as I was able to get some cheap tickets to see it. So I got two signed programmes. Each time I went I did ask Jamie Hensley to sign for me. I did get two photos with Jamie while he was in Leeds. This autograph didn't turn out great because it was raining and he didn't use my pen, he just used the one he had on him, and it's still an autograph but it's a bit smudged and rainy. And this next one was signed in gold and I think the autograph does look a lot better. Jamie is known for his work in Union J. He's an absolutely great guy to me and spent time taking photos with everyone and signing everyone's programme. I'll put that photo right up here. The next two, again, are actually from Grease the Musical while it was in Leeds last summer. Grease the Musical was actually in Leeds for quite a while. It was actually there from the 19th of June till the 20th of July. and it did star Aurea Duba from Strictly Come Dancing and Peter Andre. Everyone knows Peter Andre. Sadly, Peter Andre didn't use the stage door after the show, but I did get to meet him before the show, so I will put my photo with Peter here. I saw the run twice because Aurea Duba and Peter Andre did play the same role, and I wanted to see them both in the role and meet them both. So Aurea did use the stage door after the show, so we did sign this programme, and I will put my photo with Aurea here. I did ask Aurea to sign the second programme because I brought it with me for Aurea to sign, but Peter wouldn't. Well, he didn't come after the show. But I will put the photo with me and Peter here because he was a great guy to meet, even though I only met him before the show. The next programme is actually from 10 Times Table, which I saw at the Sheffield Lyceum on the 26th of October 2019. 10 Times Table was an absolutely hilarious show. I have seen 10 Times Table 3 times in the last year, and this is the very first time I saw it. It was very rainy that day, so I didn't wait before the show because it was absolutely chucking it down, but I did see a few of the stars after the show and did get autographs with Robert Dawes, Craig Gazy, Gemma Outen from Emmerdale, and Robert Duncan. Craig Gazy was in Coronation Street, Gemma Outen was in Emmerdale, Robert Duncan was in Drop the Dead Donkey, Casualty, EastEnders. Robert Duncan is in this video quite a lot, as I have seen him. I did see the show three. I did see the show 3 times, and he was in another show. His autograph will be in this video at least 3 or 4 times. This next programme is actually We Will Rock You. We Will Rock You was actually one of my favourite shows to see. It doesn't have any massive celebrities in there, but it does actually star Michael McKell, who is a really nice guy to meet. He's been in several shows he's been in Emmerdale, and he was in the film of The Hatton Garden Heist. The Hatton Garden Heist is actually a really great film, and I do recommend watching that. Michael McKell is a really great guy to meet. I've got his autograph quite a few times in my collection, and I will put one of my photos with Michael here. I also met Neil Murray, who was the bass guitarist in Whitesnake. I was very surprised to hear that the guitarist for We Will Rock You UK Tour had actually been in Whitesnake. So he's also worked with Brian May quite a lot from Queen. I got his autograph there, and I did get a photo with him, which I'll put up here.
Please welcome, on the bass guitar, the very best, Mr. Neil Murray!
Next 2 programmes are actually from 10 Times Table again, which I saw a bit later on, which I saw a bit earlier on this year, both at the York Opera House. I was able to get £12 tickets to see this, so I did see it twice in the week. It was absolutely a great show to watch, and I'm pretty sure both are signed by the same man. Deborah Grant, I did see her before the show, but I wasn't able to get a photo with her. I did get an autograph from her on a photo, but I didn't have my programme with me at the time. But it was signed by Robert Dawes again. Mark Curry this time. Craig Gazy. This one is actually not signed by Gemma Outen. And Robert Dawes again. This one is actually from the Saturday of the same week. And again, it's signed by Robert Dawes, Matt Curry, Craig Gazy, Gemma Houghton, and of course Robert Dawes. This is another signed programme of the We Will Rock You UK tour. This one was from the Alhambra Theatre, Bradford, and again is signed by Michael McKell. This time he signed it Big Love Michael. This next programme is another Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. This was at the Alhambra Theatre in February 2020. This time it didn't star Jamie Hensley, but instead starred Britain's Got Talent finalist Mark McMullen. Mark actually had a 3-show day that day, but happily came out between every show and did sign this programme for me. Mark was a really nice guy to meet. He's really talented and he's got an absolutely amazing voice, and it was really nice of him to sign this programme even though he only had about an hour between each show. I will put my photo with Mark here. This next one is one of my favourite signed programmes as it has so many quite big names in there. This is actually What's in a Name, which I saw at the Grand Opera House, York. I was actually surprised when I heard that Joe Thomas from The In-Betweeners was actually going to be in a touring production. And this was an absolutely hilarious show. It included Joe Thomas, Beau Parage, who played Mike in Miranda, and Louise Marwood from Emmerdale, and I did meet them all. Joe happily signed before and after the show. He signed there, Beau signed there, and Louise signed there. I did get other autographs from them, which you may see in further videos, which you may see in other videos on my channel, but today I'm just going to be showing my signed programmes. I have to speed up this video because this is going to be a really long video, as I am only about less than halfway through. The next signed programme in my collection is actually The Lady Vanishes. I think this had the most star-studded cast I'd ever seen in a UK theatre production, as it had so many quite big stars, and I was actually surprised when I saw this was coming to my local theatre, which is the Leeds Grand Theatre. That was actually the flyer for the show, which they put inside, and it starred Juliet Mills, Maxwell Caulfield. It starred Juliet Mills, who is an absolutely legendary actress. She was really lovely to meet and did personalise this autograph for me. And her husband, Maxwell Caulfield. Both legendary actors. Maxwell Caulfield has been in Emmerdale, Grease 2. Juliet has been in things from such as Carry On Jack. Both of them are legendary actors. Absolutely amazing to meet them. I did get photos with them individually and together. I will put my group photo with both Juliet and Maxwell here. Also in the show was EastEnders Lorna Fitzgerald. Lorna was amazing to meet. She signed everything for me and was just a really nice person. I will put my photo with Lorna here. Sadly, Downton Abbey's Max Barber, who was also in the show, was off sick while he was in Leeds, so I was unable to meet Matt. Again, another autograph from Robert Duncan. Again, Robert's a great guy to meet, and I do have lots of Robert Duncan autographs and photos, so I will put another one up here. Also in the show was Coronation Street's Philip Lowry. Philip was another nice guy to meet. He's a legendary actor. He played Dennis Tanner in Coronation Street, and he's one of the longest running actors in Coronation Street, going back years and years. And it was great to have Dennis Tanner's autograph. A big name in The Lady Vanishes is actually Ben Nealon, known for his role in Soldier Soldier. The signed programme is actually, some mothers do have them, which was the last show I saw before lockdown, was actually late March 2020, starring Joe Pasquale and Susie Blake. Sadly, this was seen at the Royal Concert Hall, Nottingham. Sadly, Susie Blake was actually ill on the day I saw this, so she was understudied. But Joe Pasquale, the comedian, and also known for winning I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, was in the show, and he was absolutely hilarious. He does all his own stunts in the show. I don't know how he does 2 shows a day, 8 shows a week, but he happily signed this for me. He came out before and after the show and took a couple of selfies with me, and I'll put one up here. Joe was an absolutely amazing guy to meet, really hilarious even at the stage door. And we had a little chat before and after the show. He did remember my name and came straight over to me, and it was a great guy to meet. I do recommend going to see the show if it does. I think the shows have been rescheduled for next year, and some others do have them UK tour. It's an absolutely incredible show. My next programme isn't actually signed because I needed to rush off after this and get straight for the train, but it's actually another Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Again, this is not signed by Jamie Hensley because I had to rush off, but I did meet him before the show and did get a flyer signed, so I will put my photo with Jamie here. The next programme is Cabaret at the Leeds Grand Theatre, which I saw in March 2020. This had a great cast and did have a couple of legends in there as well, such as John Partridge, which I have met in the past. I wasn't able to get a photo or autograph from him at this show, but I did meet him last year, which I will show you later on in the video. Cara Lily Hayworth, who was absolutely lovely. I did get 2 photos with Cara and this autograph. And the absolutely legendary Anita Harris, known for her many roles in Carry On films and a lot of the older films, but she is absolutely a legend, and it was great to have Anita Harris's autograph. I did get a photo with Anita, and I will put that there. My next signed programme is from the Priscilla Queen of the Desert UK tour, which I actually saw at the Royal Concert Hall, Nottingham. Priscilla signed star of Heartbeat, Casualty, Holby City, and winner of Strictly Come Dancing, Joe McFadden. Joe is an absolutely amazing guy to me. I have met him in a different show, which you will see later on in the video, and he is always happy to take photos and sign autographs, and I will put one of my photos with Joe here.
It's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot shake it, shake it, shake it. I can't shake it.
The next signed programme in my collection is one of my favourite. This only ran for about 3 weeks at the Manchester Opera House, and I'm so glad I got to see this show. I was planning on seeing it late in May, but I thought the show would get cancelled, so I saw it in the 29th of February, and it was a good call because it was an absolutely amazing show, and I got to see one of my favourite actors of all time, Roger Bart. I saw Roger before and after the show, and I got a photo each time, and he did sign my programme. Roger is known for his roles in Desperate Housewives, The Producers, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, Las Vegas, and many, many more films and TV series. Roger is a legendary actor, and I can't believe I actually got to meet him. He was happy to take photos with everyone waiting and sign everybody's programme.
Hello, the living room of renowned theatrical director Roger Debris' elegant Upper East Side townhouse on a sunny Tuesday afternoon in June. Who may I say is calling? Listen, you broken down old queen. He was drunk. He was hot. You got lucky. Don't ever call here again.
Who was that?
Wrong number.
Next signed programme is actually My Cousin Rachel, signed by Helen George. My Cousin Rachel was actually at the Sheffield Lyceum in January this year. Helen George from Call the Midwife was absolutely lovely to me. I did get a photo with her here, and she did sign my programme after the show. The show did actually star Simon Shepherd, who has been in many television and film, and he did sign my programme too. This next signed programme is from the Band of Gold UK tour, which was actually the World Theatre premiere at the Leeds Grand Theatre last year. I did get this signed in black pen on a black background, so the autographs didn't come out great, but I did get photos with and autographs with all the main cast, which included Laurie Brett, Gaynor Faye, Kieran Richardson, Shane Ward, Andrew Dunn, again, and Sash Parkinson. The next one was at the Sheffield Lyceum earlier this year, and that was the Everybody's Talking About Jamie UK tour. It was absolutely great to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie return to its home in Sheffield, and was great to see it at the Sheffield Lyceum. This had quite a star-studded cast, including Leighton Williams from Bad Education, Shane Ritchie, Shobna Galati, and winner of Britain's Got Talent, George Sampson. I did get photos and autographs from them all. Leighton, Shane Ritchie, Shobna signed it up here, and George Sampson signed down at the bottom. The next signed programme is actually my only eBay purchase, and that is actually the Tootsie programme signed by Santino Fontana from Frozen. The next signed programme is from the Rock of Ages UK tour at the Leeds Grand Theatre, and this was actually the last performance of the UK tour, and it had an amazing cast, including Kevin Kennedy, known for his role in Coronation Street as Curly Watts, Anthony Costa from the boy band Blue, and Kevin Clifton, winner of Strictly Come Dancing. It was an absolutely amazing show with a great cast, and was great to get photos and autographs with all the main cast. This next programme is actually the first show that I ever saw in the theatre, and that was actually very early on last year, as I was given free tickets to see the show from Bill Kenwright himself, and I actually met the entire cast after the show and got photos and autographs, and that was actually John Partridge from earlier, as I did say earlier on in the video that I did meet John Partridge once, and I did get a photo and an autograph from John. John happily signed it here, and I did get a photo with him, which I will put up now. Charlie Stemp, Issy Van Randwick, Matthew Cottle, who is also known for his role in The Windsors and Citizen Khan as Dave. Matthew Cottle is an absolutely hilarious actor, and I'm very surprised that I got to meet him. Rob Ostler, who was actually the first person ever to be killed in Game of Thrones. And Simon Dutton, known for his role as Guy in Not Going Out. My next two programmes are from the same show, a couple of months apart from each other, and that is actually The Girl on the Train. I saw it first at the Sheffield Lyceum Theatre, and again at the Bradford Alhambra Theatre. Both of these programmes are sadly not signed by the lead, Samantha Womack. It's when I saw it first in Sheffield, she was off sick, and then when I saw it again in Bradford, she didn't come out the stage door after the show. But I did see her in Bradford before the show, and did get a photo with Samantha, which I'll put up here. Also in the show was Coronation Street star Oliver Farnworth, which I met both times, and he happily signed my programme both times. And did get a photo with me as well. My next signed programme is from Peter James's House on Cold Hill at the Leeds Grand Theatre last year. The House on Cold Hill was actually a horror show, and it was really creepy and did have a great cast. Sadly, the lead in the show, Rita Simons, known for her role in EastEnders, was off sick that day, so I didn't get to meet Rita, but I did get to meet Joe McFadden again. He did sign up there, and I did get another photo with Joe. It also starred EastEnders Bradley Branning, aka Charlie Clements, and Hollyoaks star Persephone Swales Dawson. Persephone portrayed Nico Blake in Hollyoaks. She was absolutely amazing to me. I did get a photo with her, which I'll put up here, and I did get her autograph too. My next signed programme is actually Saturday Night Fever, starring Richard Windsor. This was another show at the Leeds Grand Theatre. Richard Windsor is known for his many roles, specifically Casualty. He's also been in Hollyoaks and Street Dance 3D. Richard was a great guy to me. He did sign my programme there, and I did get a photo with him, which I'll put up here. My next signed programme is actually the Rocky Horror Show, the UK tour, the Leeds Grand Theatre. It was an absolutely great show to watch. I'm a big Rocky Horror fan and was great to see it live. I did get to meet Rocky Horror legend, which is actually Christian Lavacon, who has played the show for over thousands and thousands of performances. It was great to meet Christian, who signed my programme there. The show also starred Duncan James and Joanne Clifton. Duncan James is from boy band Blue, and Joanne Clifton is known for being a professional dancer and for winning Strictly Come Dancing. Steve Punt was also going to be the narrator at the Leeds Grand Theatre of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. However, he had to cancel the show, so at the last minute they brought in Coronation Street actress Beverly Callard. I was very happy that they actually brought in a replacement for the week at Leeds instead of just putting on an understudy. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me in a show, and it was really great to meet Beverly. However, she's not in the programme, so she just signed it on the cast list. And I did get a photo with her, which I'll put up here. And I did get a photo with her, which I'll put up here. And I did get a photo with her, which I'll put up here. That was actually all of my regular size programmes, but I do have a few larger sized programmes which are not in protective sleeves. I've got about 4 or 5, so it's nearly the end of the video. The next signed programme is actually Jack and the Beanstalk, which was a pantomime at the Chesterfield Pomegranate Theatre from November 2019 through January 2020. This actually starred step star Lee Latchford Evans. However, it didn't come out after the show, but I did get autographs and photos with him before the show, which I'll put here. It also starred CBeebies actress, known for her role in Waffle the Wonder Dog, Andrea Vowles. Andrea was amazing to me, and I did meet her before and after the show, and she did sign my programme. I will put a photo up here. The next programme is actually another pantomime for the 2019 and 2020 season, and that is Sleeping Beauty at the Carriage Works Theatre Leeds. It did actually start Stephen Woodcock, known for his roles in EastEnders and as Clive, and Jevon in Only Fools and Horses. Stephen was a great guy to meet, and I did get his autograph right there. I did also meet Leeds legend Jez Edwards. I didn't get to get a photo with him, but he did sign. There was also Myra Dubois, who is a drag queen. I did get a photo with them there. And Myra has recently starred in Britain's Got Talent. The next programme is actually another pantomime for the 2019 and 2020 season, and that is Sleeping Beauty at the Carriage Works Theatre Leeds. It did actually star Stephen Woodcock, known for his roles in EastEnders and as Clive, and Jevon in Only Fools and Horses. Stephen was a great guy to meet, and I did get his autograph right there. I did also meet Leeds legend Jez Edwards. I didn't get to get a photo with him, but he did sign. There was also Myra Dubois, who is a drag queen. I did get a photo with them there. And Myra has recently starred in Britain's Got Talent. The next two programmes are actually for the same show, and that is actually Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs of the 2019 and 20 season at the Bradford Alhambra Theatre. The Bradford Alhambra Theatre is known for putting on legendary performances every year, starring Billy Pearce. I have met Billy several times in the past, and he's a really great guy to meet. This year it starred TV child entertainer Paul Chuckle, who is an absolute legend, and I've been watching Paul Chuckle all my life. Paul was a great guy to meet. And Faye Tozer from Steps, and also known for getting to the final of Strictly Come Dancing. I got one of my programmes is just signed by Faye and Paul Chuckle. But my second programme is actually signed by Billy, personalised, to Sam Good Luck Billy Pearce, to Sam with Love Faye Tozer, and Paul Chuckle. It was an absolutely amazing show and was great to see it. I did see it 3 times, but I only got 2 programmes with some absolutely legendary actors, and was great to meet them all. The next programme is actually another pantomime, and that is actually the Sheffield Lyceum for the 2019 to 2020 season, starring Joanne Clifton, Phil Gallagher and legend Damien Williams. Joanne Clifton, who, as you have seen earlier on in the video, I did meet her earlier on last year in the Rocky Horror Show, and I met her again in Cinderella. I also met Phil Gallagher, aka Mr. Maker. I did get a photo with him. And I did get a photo and autograph from Damien Williams. Finally, I'm on to my final programme, and that is actually the Priscilla Queen of the Desert souvenir brochure, starring again Joe McFadden. Joe was a great guy to meet, and he was always happy to sign. So that's my whole signed programme collection. I hope you liked it, and if theatres do get back to normal and I start going to shows, I will have to do a part 2 to this video. I know this video was probably quite long, probably about an hour long knowing me, so if you did make it to the end, put it down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any recommendations for any videos or films you want me to review, please put that down in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe.